Peter is our lovely security guard. He's
the best man ever.
best man ever.
The only man I can trust in my life. So sing the best song ever when you get mail.
Oh my gosh, the mail song.
Mail song.
I literally, I used to want to get mail so bad. I'd be like, fuck. I'd be so excited. I'd go down. He'd like do the big song. It was the best.
He still does it.
Really?
With I feel like with more enthusiasm.
I don't think we can top Peter.
Okay,
I think that's an
true.
experience
You
for
just
us.
Okay, we can't give away all the secrets here.
No.
But,
Hello, and welcome everyone to the Hibernation episode of the Courier Corner. I am one of your hosts, Gwen Pemberton.
And I'm Avery Nowecki. We're doing well. We're really cold. We're freezing.
It's really cold in this office because it doesn't have heating. That's no one at the Courier's fault. I just have beef with whoever decided that this one room wasn't going to have any. It is also finals week, so we, along with everyone else, are doing our best.
Yeah, we're a little stressed, but we're happy to be here.
Yeah, this is a nice break.
It is really nice. Yeah, this week we just got to talk to some residence people, got to have a good time. It was great.
RAs.
RAs.
RAs. Yes, before we get started,
we would like to acknowledge that Capilano University, where we work and reside, is located on the Lillooet, Musqueam, Sechelt, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. We're very happy to be able to work here, and we acknowledge the land that we live on.
Just so everyone knows, this year there was also a new edition released of E. Pauline Johnson's what was formerly known as Legends of Vancouver, her 1911 classic, all about North Vancouver. The new edition is the first one that's ever been published with the original intended title. The new intended title, which is the new intended title, which is The Legends of the Capilano. And this is also the first one that acknowledges the contributions of Mary Agnes Capilano, the wife of Chief Joe Capilano, who were the two people that told the legends originally to the author in the traditional oral tradition. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
It's not incorrect, even though it sounds wrong, but I think that's fine. But yes, if you guys get a chance, go seek out that new edition. I know that the Paper Hound downtown used to have a couple copies. That's where I got mine. It was a really, really great read. And also, the Massey Art Society has the book launch on their YouTube channel if you're interested in getting a deeper understanding of the differences between the editions and the Matthias family, who are the descendants of Chief Joe Capilano and Mary Agnes Capilano. That was also a great watch, so highly recommend it.
Totally. Yeah, Massey Art Society in general is so great. The way that they're amazing for promoting Indigenous authors. Their work is really cool.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out their bookstore or gone to any of their events, you definitely should.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we may or may not have an article upcoming that goes in a little bit more depth about that new edition, so stay tuned. That's not in our December, I believe. That'll be in our January issue.
Yeah, we're working ahead of the clock.
We're working far ahead of the clock. We had like a 5-minute conversation before camera started rolling about what friggin' month it was. We don't really know. But we're here. And in addition to that, we are going to be talking about our December issue, which is all about hibernation and how to get by with the pitch black outside. We're going to do it. And we will also be talking to Divya Giandani and Harman Singh, who are two RAs at Capilano Residence. So without further ado, let's kick it over to them.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Welcome to Divya Giandani and Harman Singh. How are you guys today?
Good, how are you?
We're excellent. We're very excited to have you. You two are RAs at Capilano Residence. How do we feel about that?
I like it.
You may speak freely.
I do like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it challenges me. I like it. It's fun. It's interesting. It's a good interesting.
That's good.
Yeah, it's my second year as an RA now, and I came back for a reason, of course, free housing.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why I like it.
That's the the likable part. It's a lot of work sometimes, but it's still a good job to have because you just work where you live. You don't have to walk into work. You walk outside your room, you're at work.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
It's convenient.
No transportation.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like
What the word?
Even more convenient than if you worked at the crab shop.
It's true.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's fine.
It's
Res is better.
I agree. I have a friend that worked at the crab shop for a while.
Yeah, I've been there for 2 years, and I went in September for the first time to the crab shop, and I was like,
Apparently, it's
Hmm.
Michael Bublé's. Like, he goes there all
Yeah.
the time because his dad lives in Deep Cove, and
Yes.
Yeah.
like my friend that worked there met him, and she didn't know who he was, but his Bublé advertisement was behind her on the wall, and he went, "That's me," and she went, "What?"
No, there's a huge poster of like Michael Bublé, and I think for names not disclosing any names,
that's
but
fair.
there is a few stars that go to Stongs,
Mm.
Oh, there's a couple, yeah.
right?
Wait,
Blake
no,
Lively.
wait.
We've done this.
Yeah, we've done
remember?
this. You
Yeah.
can say the names. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Yeah,
From The Flash, the dad from The Flash.
Is that a celebrity? I don't.
Yeah, I know
You
his
know
name.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
I
but
know his name.
Something
He's on
Joe.
the yeah. Well, that's in the show. His name is Joe.
Mhm.
Still a
His name is on a bunch of the bus stops now because he has
Yeah.
a new
Yeah.
show. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's called, but I know he was in Rent.
Yeah,
That's true. I did know that.
I
yeah.
think he lives somewhere in the Northwood Village.
Okay.
I'm not sure though.
Well, good for him. Keep getting shows in Vancouver, sir.
Yeah.
Keep going.
How did you guys meet? The two of you.
I've never met him. Sorry.
What's your name again?
Hi, nice to meet you, I'm Divya.
Oh, Divya. Hi. What program are you in, Divya?
Communications.
Oh, same. Really?
No way, you're lying.
Oh no, you're lying. Do you work at residence?
Yeah?
Oh, me too. That's
No,
good.
you don't. I've never seen you.
How do you know that?
Because I have eyes.
Sure.
Do
It's
you?
funny. It's funny that you guys would like be able to work in that same scenery and never meet. But I guess there are a lot of residence buildings, and really,
There's only 3.
That's three.
But-
that's a lot though. If you think about it, like, because there's one. Is it one or two per floor? It's like one per floor, but the floors like split between them. Right?
Yeah, that's only grouse though.
That's only grouse.
Yeah.
Oh, I lived in Grouse. Sorry.
Oh,
not
you,
correct.
you lived
Oh,
in the
so-
Supreme building.
I did. Yeah.
It's not supreme.
It's not.
It was
Well,
awesome.
compared to
Supreme part about that is Peter.
Oh, Peter's the best.
Compared to Cyprus, it's Supreme.
Actually, I prefer Cyprus.
What?
That's her, not me.
Wait. Explain yourself.
Yeah. Which ones do you guys work in?
We're
Grouse.
Yeah,
We're
we're
both
both
in
in
grouse.
grouse.
Okay.
But trust me, the showers in Cyprus are so much bigger than the ones in grouse.
Oh,
See,
that's
she says
true.
that because she's on the 3rd floor. I'm
yeah,
on
at
the
least
first
the
floor.
third floor ones.
On my side, I'm on the
Mhm.
1st floor. The showers are the biggest
You know
can
what
find on
The
residence.
best showers are? Me and my roommate, I lived there for 2 years. My roommate in second year, we got redacted and walked around the whole like all the buildings,
Mhm.
and like gave them grades. So the best showers are actually on second floor Seymour.
I
in
believe
my
that.
opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I feel like Seymour is very underrated. Like, it's one of those buildings I personally never think about.
Yeah.
I kind of forget exists, but as soon as you go in there, you're like, wow, this is really peaceful.
Should we give them the nicknames?
Yes.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
What are the nicknames?
Grouse. Gross grouse.
Okay,
I agree.
Cyprus. Cyprus.
that's cute.
Seymour is shitmore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever used the jazz student like practice classroom in the mezz to go scream? Because I have.
That's a good place, yeah.
That's the people study there.
Yeah.
No, it was in the middle of the night.
No, I'm sleeping usually, or I
Okay,
try
fair
to
enough.
be.
You
Well-
know, that's like mostly students use it for like quiet space because their
Yeah.
roommate is not turning off, sleeping, or like they're playing music.
Or they're
so
not
they
turning
go-
off the lights.
They
Yeah.
refuse to turn their light off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
That's so fun. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this seriously. How did you guys actually meet?
We met through the ILMP program.
Okay,
Yeah, we both were mentors.
Yeah.
perfect. Are you guys still doing that?
Now,
No.
Only jobs that get you free housing.
see, we're doing it just in a different location,
Ah, yes.
just not under a different department.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
so fair.
Yeah, we just we've been in the same program and we never met until almost end of second year.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Um,
end of
end
start
of
of second.
start- yeah.
Start of second.
Start
year.
of second year.
Yeah, I was like,
And-
I was in a class with both of you, so
Yeah.
I hope you had met at some point.
Yeah. Which
But-
class was that?
Graces.
Oh, okay.
To
Two,
the
two.
ideology, pop culture,
Yeah.
ideology.
Two. Yeah.
That one. Yeah, I definitely know all the courses that I've taken. I know them all. I know them all so well.
Did you guys get closer when you started on residence? Like, did you feel, are there events really catered to RAs getting to know each other when the year first starts? Or is that not really a thing?
Okay. Oh, well. See, the thing is, when we're hired as RAs, we get training,
Mm-hmm.
which is 2 weeks of training every day, from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m.
Including the weekends.
including the
Oh,
weekends.
that sounds
There's
fun.
no off days. So
Yeah.
it's like from 18th of August until like
29th.
29th of September, we're stuck together. No,
August.
August. Yeah, 29th August, we're like,
The term started, and you're like, I'm not ready yet.
and we're like stuck together. We
Mhm.
wake up, we eat breakfast together, and then we have the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get lunch, have dinner after training ends, and it's like the worst 2 weeks
Really?
because it's a lot of information just getting thrown at you. And it's like, for me, it was easier this year because I already knew
Mm-hmm.
most of the stuff because I've worked there before. But I just feel sorry for everybody that was new because it's tough.
Yeah,
It's
I remember
tough.
just like asking him at like 11 p.m. like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, what happens if this happens? Like every day.
Yeah.
What? So you've been here for 2 years. You've been doing it for 2 years, Harman. Divya, is this your first year?
Yes, it's my first season.
Okay. Why on earth? I know why, free housing, but did either of you live on res before you became RAs?
I did.
You did. Okay.
I did. I lived from 2021 to 2022. Moved outside, saw grocery prices,
Mm-hmm.
did manage that for a year, and then came back. I was like, free housing.
I thought about it.
Yeah. I never lived on res before becoming RA because I couldn't afford to even live on residence. I was living with some of my relatives, but it was in Surrey. So I got to know about this position, and I was like, I'm passionate about it, and they were ready to hire me even though I never lived on residence before.
Yeah.
So
Good for you. I
That's
mean,
really
I've
cool.
only heard good things about you. So
thank you.
So, did you feel like you had a positive experience with your RA when you were living on campus? Did that impact your decision at all?
Funny story. My RA is now my resident.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's such a weird like power dynamic.
So, no, yeah, she was really nice RA. I remember going up to her a lot for like the most randomest shit, and her being like,
Mhm.
I'll help you.
yeah.
And now we're just friends because she's been through what I'm going through, so she really does not come to me for anything. I probably might still go to her, be like,
Yeah.
hey, but yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really sweet. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what I need to restate for people who haven't been on residence. Let me see here. So there are normally billboards in the hallways full of art. And before we started recording, you guys were telling me that there's maybe a bit of a disparity between the different displays, depending.
Yeah, it depends on what the RA is willing to put in to the board. Some people, it's not everybody's strong suit to be creative and put up massive boards, but everybody's doing their best, and it's not like residents are complaining.
No, I mean,
know.
some of them were so intricate. I was like, I would not. I was looking at the one you showed me, and I was like, that would have been mine. It would have been like, I probably would have like printed out a picture of a crossword puzzle and just taped it to the wall and been like, here's your activity. I'm barely surviving as it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I lived there for 2 years and then 1 summer because I had no money and I worked 4 jobs, and it was. I don't recommend it, but I had to live somewhere and I didn't want to go home, so the year after, right after I left, they started that floor. And what exactly is it? They have like a combo floor for people in IDEA and MOPA?
Yeah, all of the like fine and applied arts programs.
Okay.
Yeah. So you had some weird like it was true, like it was IDEA and MOPA, but then you also had these weird like creative writing was me, but then there was also some business people and like some people who had applied and were really artsy but weren't really in like the 2 big ones.
Yeah, it's just like they try to put as many people as they can in those LSE floors, but after like if there's only 10 people, they're gonna fill up with the other people.
For sure. It's just like trying to facilitate like communities where they think people might get along. Yeah. I would say that like the actual buildings themselves did try to kill me while I was there, but I met some really great people. My roommate in my second year is now my best friend. Like it was sink or swim because we had all our classes together. So we spent 24 hours a day together basically. So it was like, we're going to be best friends or we're never going to talk again. So we got the first one, luckily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like living on residence that's the best part about it. You don't have to, if you live outside, you have to like plan, we're going to hang out this day, you're going to come here. But on residence, it doesn't matter if you're like tired, you just come home and your friends are just there. You go to the dining hall, have dinner with your friends. So it's like, it's a very good place to make friends.
Yeah, I agree. For sure.
Yeah. Do you feel like you notice that I was always curious about this with RAs, if when they get a whole new floor of people in, if they kind of notice like roommates or people becoming friends over time, where like everyone starts out as strangers, everyone's really awkward, and then over time you see people like get really close. Do you see that a lot?
Definitely.
That's so cute.
Relationships, friendships, everything.
like-
I bet,
It's-
you'd know all the romance.
Really fun. It's really fun to see the romance
Mhm.
Yeah.
take place because you
so
can.
interesting.
It's like
We're
a little
never would've
reality TV
thought.
show.
No, never commit floor cess, guys. It's not a good
Oh.
idea. You share a bathroom with them. It's not good. I don't recommend
Like
it.
you see them people in a group and then slowly they start breaking off and then you
Mhm.
see two people sitting in a common room just talking for like 3 hours. And then the next day you see them going
Aw.
out together. It's like
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you see them
Oh.
cuddled up watching a movie.
That's so
Like, aw.
sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's awesome. I know that what you're allowed to say is limited, so I won't ask you what you've had to deal with. But is there anything that you would like to say about like life on residence, maybe, as an RA versus a resident, maybe in your case, Divya?
I think as a resident, well, obviously I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. It was there,
You know.
eat, breathe, sleep.
It was crazy. Like everything's taken care of you, like for you. You literally do nothing. Like,
Exactly.
you just
Um,
like sit there.
Yeah.
Just
Didn't have to worry about bulletin boards or like events or budgets and things like that. But as a RA, responsibilities have just gone up. But it's still fun because you
Yeah.
get to meet new people, and sometimes every new semester, and then you see other people. You go on rounds, you interact with a lot of other people, so it's rewarding,
yeah,
kind of.
yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
see,
for
I
sure.
never had the experience of living as a resident,
Fair enough.
so I don't have that perspective. But being an RA, it can be tough because it's you have to maintain a boundary with
Yeah.
residents, and as much as I want to be friends with them, I'm not their friend.
Yeah.
They never see me as a friend. I've been to parties with residents, not supposed to, but like you go at the beginning of term just to see what kind of a group it is and try to blend in, but they just don't involve you in the group because they see you as an RA. There's
Yeah.
RAs who do actually make good friends, but then they cross that boundary and so they lose some respect there. So it's hard to be an RA and tell people not to do something when you're like, they'll be like, oh, but you're my friend, like we went out together last night and you were drinking then and you're not gonna let me drink now in the common room. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's tough.
No,
they
it is
see you
hard.
as a authority figure, so they automatically are like, oh, scared of you? Not
Yeah.
scared, but like
On edge, like
Yeah,
like
they're not
on their guard,
gonna-
kind of.
be your friend, and it's also a boundary, as he mentioned. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
that's-
makes sense.
I think that's hard too. And when you get an RA who is very obviously really comfortable with not only like their own floor but other students, especially because the majority of the time you've got like 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds. And I remember seeing RAs who were like, I think like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and then RAs who were a lot older and who were in their fourth year and were finishing school and had like really either were breaking the barrier through like romance or breaking it through partying, or ended up being, even though they were supposed to be an authority figure, ended up being like a bad influence. It's funny how, because you're really leaving like a young person in charge of a bunch of young people. It's very risky, yeah.
it's scary, but that's what the training is for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we get trained for.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, but it's not like we also have people of older age at residence. It's not like it's only youngsters.
Yeah. Wow,
They-
you only sounded about 80 there.
Oh yeah,
Youngsters.
I'm not that old. Come on.
80, 85?
86 actually.
See?
Yeah, younger than me. Don't worry.
Yeah, how big is the age difference on floors? Like, do you sometimes, I guess probably for you with the RA that you were talking about, but do you sometimes have residents who are older than you that you're like also taking care of?
I have a resident who is 56.
That's crazy.
Really?
Last
Okay.
year I had a resident who was 38.
I feel
so
like
it's like
I've heard of that, yeah.
yeah, it's not a lot of people who are like too old, but it's the gap is just 18 to like 22, 23. That's the
And it'll just
time.
Mhm.
jump.
Yeah,
once.
Yeah.
most of
Yeah.
the time. Yeah.
No, I have people who are older than me, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's also weird because there are some new students who come, they're like older than me, but they're just starting their first year.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, so you must be like, what, you're 19? Oh, you're in your first year as well. And I'm like,
No.
Yeah.
no. Like, okay. Yeah. So it's very funny to see that.
Yeah, for
But-
sure. No, it's so weird with power dynamics. I found out like the day before I moved out that my RA the entire time had thought I was older than her, and I was like, you're like a foot taller than me and 2 years older than me. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you respected me this whole time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When you get situations like that where it's the majority, say, of like 20-year-olds and under who are obviously like all friends because they're going through the same things and they're the same age, and then you have, say, a resident who's a lot older or maybe doesn't fit in so well like that, as an RA, do you feel like it's kind of your responsibility to bring all of those people on your floor together, or do you kind of let them like mingle with who they want? At least like through RAs running events and stuff like that.
We try not to mix two groups that we know are not going to work out.
Yeah.
It's mostly them doing the work for themselves, because the residents that I did have, they would either just stay on their own, stay by themselves, and they usually have a single room. So it's like better
Really?
to
Really, most of them have single rooms now.
the older
Oh, the
residents.
older students, right, sorry,
the
yeah.
older students,
Gotcha.
they usually get a single room because it's easier for them, because they have a bit, a lot more responsibilities, and like
They probably don't want to live with
Yeah,
like a
they don't.
20-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
but they do still mix up, because right now I'm seeing them get together, because they're always in the hallway talking to other students and just telling stories, or like
Mhm.
talking about things that I would talk to them about, but it's like they're actually kind of helping me, and that's
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
This is how you live on your own. It's gonna be okay.
It's nothing like this.
Yeah, it's not normally like this. Normally you have to clean the bathroom, although you'd probably be doing a better job than some of the bathrooms that are there.
Yeah. No, for me, I think I didn't have to do any of like friend matchmaking because I got the flow where like we already had a lot of returning residents or residents that stayed throughout the summer, so they had their friend groups and things like that. Introducing like oh yeah, if I'm like hanging out with this person and then somebody else like oh yeah, this is this, and then later I see them hanging out and I'm like
Done my job. Good job.
but yeah.
So on the flip side of that, how have you guys been handling conflict resolution when it comes up for you? I know you can't
a good
really talk about
question.
specific incidents, but how's that? How is that experience for you? You're allowed to skip it, but
no, we can talk about it. So the thing is, conflict will always happen. It's
Yeah.
like there's people from all different places with all different kind of backgrounds, so it's like bound to happen. Depends on the severity of the conflict.
Just that our supervisor is really supportive.
Yeah,
that's good.
So we
It-
know that we have her support.
it's like you just gotta be careful about what you do and how you handle it. And it's like, because we have our supervisor who is very supportive, if we're confused or we don't know what to do, we straight up call them and tell them, hey, this is what's happening, can you tell me what to do, or can you come here and help us resolve this issue? But most of them are like roommate disagreements where it's like cleanliness issue, or like
When
going
to turn off the lights.
yeah,
and
when to
things
turn off
like
the
that.
lights, or like alarms too
I
loud.
feel like Divya has a trauma with the
Yeah.
light thing.
We both do.
We both do.
Oh, it's a common. Oh dear, guys, come on, everybody.
But yeah, it's like those are easy to resolve, because roommate agreements, we have those. It's better if we get them done early in the
Early on,
term,
yeah.
because then we can set those boundaries, like, hey, you're gonna take, like, you're responsible
Yeah.
for doing this, cleanliness and stuff like that.
You
so.
said you wouldn't let a culture grow on the desk. Okay, you said that
Exactly.
you would bring it up.
Yeah, for my residents, I'm always like, whenever we talk about cleanliness, I'm like, so what about food boxes, to-go boxes?
Oh yeah,
They're
I
like,
go so specific.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
is she allowed to borrow a chair from you? Like,
No, literally.
yeah,
Yeah.
I set a full deadline. I'm like, if you get a to-go box, it's going out the next day. That is it. It does not stay an hour longer.
Yeah.
So
That's, you know what, like, I got really lucky. I don't know what your experience was with your roommate, but we were friends, so I never really had issues with conflict, but I know that people around me did. Like, there was one resident that I know got switched out of like 4 different rooms, and I don't know what happened to them, but I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a common denominator here.
yeah.
I've heard of cases of that too, where like it always sucks. Like you can tell just roommates are not meshing together, and you're like, it's the worst part about that
Yeah.
random organization.
I
But
would say a name, and I don't know if you would know, but like I can't say it out loud.
No, you can
we'll talk after. But yeah, well, because it's awkward, right? Like if you don't, I got so lucky with my roommate. My roommate Sophie, best friend in the whole world. We were like the best of friends, and we had like matched ahead of time, so that ended up working really well. But
Yeah.
I think if you don't have that like funny interaction over the messenger and then you like meet up on Instagram first, it is so different. Like
Yeah.
you miss out so much. Yeah.
You can't.
100%.
Yeah, if you can't be crying yourself to sleep laughing, like tears streaming down your face at 2 a.m. because neither of you can finish your homework in time, then you might have some issues.
Yeah, that's like the one way to go. That's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's how I know you're a good roommate. You let me cry.
It's like trial by fire. It's like, if we both eat this food, we're both getting food poisoning.
Oh yeah, so we'll eat it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the food a little bit? I don't
What
know.
do you want to talk about?
Well, I didn't have a great experience
Mhm.
when I was in residence. I started in 2020, so people would get food poisoning like every other day. Is what it felt like. Maybe not every other day, but at least once a week there would be one person that was like, "I can't get out of bed today." You guys have said that it's gotten better.
It's gotten better, way
It's
better.
gotten good.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta keep in mind that it's not a gourmet kitchen
It's
that
not
we have
fine
there.
dining.
It feeds a
It's not
lot of
fine
people.
dining.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that they gotta and it's like they try really hard to make good food.
Yeah.
It's just like it's difficult to do it with big batches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when residents first come in, they have high expectations, which is we advise them not to,
Yeah.
because it's not gonna taste that good.
No.
No,
No, that's fair. I do think that they did have a staffing problem. Like, you would see like the same 6 people every
Mhm.
single day, and I was
Mhm.
like, "There's no way that these guys are working like reasonable hours." Like, I know how many people there are, and like it's brutal. But at the same time, like as a student, at a certain point, you were like, I can't eat this again.
I think, I
Can't
feel like
do
that was the biggest thing for me, was just like I would get so tired of the same food
Uh-huh.
every single week. But I think, I don't know what that was. I think also because Sophie and I would eat the same breakfast every single day.
Yeah.
And we'd-
Okay, what was it? Because there was one thing that I ate for breakfast every single day.
What did you eat?
I had the breakfast sandwich and a coffee.
Oh.
You and me.
I got to a point where, okay, there's this woman, I don't know if Sammy still works there.
She does. Yeah.
I love her so much.
me
I love
too.
her so much. I miss her so much. If you see her, if you see her, tell her I say hi, because she got to a point where I would literally walk in, and by the time I got to her, it was ready. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, I was before I turned vegetarian, I was a breakfast sandwich with ham and no cheese, because I thought that made it a little bit healthier. And I was like, I'm actually on a diet right now. I don't eat cheese.
I had 3 slices of bacon and the cheese every
That
day,
sounds
and I
so
was like,
good.
I can't. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Sophie used to, they would get the breakfast sandwich, but they would put bacon in it, because even though they've been like a vegetarian their whole life, they'll be like, it's bacon, it's different. It's like the one exception. Because I feel like you just cannot eat one of those breakfast sandwiches with no meat at all, and just like the little
Yeah.
circle of egg.
Yeah.
Don't do that to
It's just
yourself.
like lettuce and then egg, and then that's it.
It's like
So
the
you
little
need
like
some-
jiggly.
You need some
It's
like
so-
fillers.
It was so strange. I tried the breakfast wrap, and I was like, nope.
no.
No, I'm not
I
doing
was a
that.
ride or die for the
Yeah,
breakfast sandwich.
literally.
Yeah,
My go-to is the veggie morning combo, because
you're so healthy. That's so good.
there's still hash browns in it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
The
healthy.
hash browns were
Yeah, those
the
were
hash
really
browns are the
good.
best hangover cure I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
That's
Like,
so
yeah,
true.
have,
Yeah,
down 3 of those, you're like, I'm good.
you just like
Let's go.
soak up the alcohol.
Yeah,
I know.
that was great.
My go-to is just coffee.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Was
But
it
it's
like?
Just a cappuccino.
breakfast is the most important meal of the day. No, it's not, but that's a made up thing that people told us when we were kids so that we
Yeah.
would eat.
I feel like I was such a different person. Like, I especially my first year living on my own. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I would, like, yeah.
What was your favorite like thing that they made in the kitchen though?
I'm so glad you asked me. Okay, so here's what I would eat every single day. Let's not. Okay,
You ate the grill every day.
No.
Avery.
I went through-
Valid.
Yeah, honestly, it's the safest option.
to be honest, okay, so every single morning, Sophie and I would like go down in our pajamas and we'd get our breakfast sandwiches, and then we'd get like an orange. And I was like, so healthy, I got my orange. And then after that, I would usually go to school and I wouldn't eat lunch, and then I'd come home and I would get one of those. You remember like the cheesecakes? Do you guys still have the
Oh, yeah.
individual
Yay.
fucking
Put them in the freezer and then eat them once they're frozen.
Oh my god.
Really.
We do have the cheesecake.
those cheesecakes? Stop. I will never eat one of them again. I like literally I spent so much of my money on them, like, because I didn't realize how expensive they were, and I just like would buy one like every single week, and I had no money by the end. I remember like last week of the semester, every single time I was like, I have no money. Somebody please buy me food.
Yeah, that's the big thing about it, because you got a budget.
I did
Yeah,
not
what
think
you're
about that.
spending.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
People are already almost like
Out of
some people
money.
have run out already, and some people have like 1,200 left.
I know, that's the
So-
thing, is like sometimes you have. I feel like it's Divya with her
Yeah.
coffee. No, that would happen every year. Is like someone would be out of money. Someone like some somebody on the basketball team was having 3 entrees a night because they had to,
Yeah.
and then like other people would like come in with their milk cartons full of candy at the end
I
of
was
the
so
term,
jealous
which
of
is
that.
so
Yeah.
strange
I
to
know.
see. But yeah, it was interesting. I remember it reached a point while I was there that people who posted pictures with their student IDs in it by accident online, they got
Oh,
stolen.
no.
So if the barcode was in their story, someone could just
dumb.
zoom in on it and use it. So I had friends that got their accounts just wiped.
Wow.
Yeah,
like,
well, they
overnight.
they caught on to that. They don't do that.
I know
anymore.
that's
Yeah.
good. That was we were the reason, not me. I didn't do it, but like people people had it happen to them, and pretty soon after that, they were like, "I don't care if they're your roommate, you cannot use it." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
well."
What people don't realize is that even though we have like flex dollars, and mainly the flex dollars is for on campus,
Yeah.
Mhm.
your flex dollars can be used on residence as well.
Once you
What?
run out of the dining dollars, you can use your flex
Oh,
because it's
nice.
still your. It's yeah.
Yeah, but the
I
flex,
did use mine at school though all the time. I bought so much sushi. Yeah.
the flex that if you get like something that's not cooked today, or like if you don't get a food item, if you just get like a chocolate or snack or something like that,
Oh right, yeah.
it will go away from your flex even though you're
Yeah.
using it on residence. And a lot of
Right.
people don't realize that until the end.
Oh yeah, that was the problem because yeah, the flex dollars were only if you weren't getting stuff from the cafeteria specifically. So then and then I showed up on campus and they're like, "You have no more flex money." I was like, "Well, I guess I'm not eating today then. That's great."
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We're gonna move away from the food because I feel like this could be 5 hours. I feel like it should have its own podcast,
Yeah.
actually. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about the application process
To become an RA.
to become an RA? Yeah, not for Capilano, for the RA position.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I can go. So it's we post the job posting on Courier Hub, and it's pretty easy to apply. You just upload your resume and write a cover letter, just saying why you want to become an RA. And there is a requirement that you have to live on residence for at least a term before applying, but it's not as hard of a requirement. You can still apply and still get hired. It's
preferable?
preferred
So
that
you did, but you didn't.
I didn't.
Okay.
So I still got hired.
Mhm.
But that is one requirement that they have. The job posting says that you need first aid, but they train you on first aid, so you don't
Yeah.
need that.
Okay.
You just need to be a full-time student and
Mhm.
just
And
that's
good academic standing.
good
Good academic
yeah.
standing.
Yeah.
Like-
Because the job is really it's difficult to maintain work-life balance at this
Mhm.
job because the moment you walk out of your door, you're at work.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like you always got to be thinking
Yeah.
with an RA hat on.
Mhm.
You don't take it off when
That's
you're on
crazy.
residence.
It gets
Even,
a
like,
little
brushing your
confusing
teeth.
when to have your RA at on and
Yeah.
when like not to have.
So
it
we
on.
just keep it on.
We
All
just
the
keep it
time.
on.
All the
Unless
time.
we forget.
Always wearing the hat.
Unless you forget. You're like,
Yeah.
right, I can't do that.
It'd be so weird though, like in the middle of the night if you have to like go pee or like if you're brushing your teeth, you're like, I'm technically an RA and I'm
Someone
responsible for these
stops
people
you,
right
you're
now.
like, can you?
You're like, I can't help you right now.
No.
It's the middle of the night. Like,
Yeah. No,
That
we
would
really
suck.
can't say that.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about rounds a little bit? Maybe explain to listeners who don't know what how people are looked after in the late hours of the day.
Can I just say I love doing rounds?
Really?
It's
It
kind of fun.
depends with whom, but like
Oh, it really depends on whom. But it's a fun thing to do.
Okay.
I love doing rounds.
So the job is basically we host events, which is a big part of it of the job because that is how we build the community. That is how we help residents have fun and meet new people. We try our best to hold all different kinds of events. We have dog therapy, which is a bi-weekly
I
thing
love
that we
dog
have.
therapy.
That was so fun.
We do events which are educational. We try to make them fun so people would join and not think of it as a workshop.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work out, but we still try. And we always plan fun events. Like for December, I have a Christmas tree decoration with gingerbread house and hot chocolate. So it's like
You're doing more than the campus is, so good on you.
Yeah, I'm
super
doing sugar cookie decorating kind of with another RA.
I love that.
Yeah.
yeah. And then we also have to do bulletin boards. We have to hold floor meetings. We have to attend RA meetings. We just have weekly meetings just to catch up on things.
Just
And then
to
the
see any
biggest
patterns.
and the biggest thing is the on-call rounds, which is for us it's 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. You don't stay up during those times. We do rounds, so we go around all the 3 buildings, check if everything's okay, if anybody
RA
needs
on
help.
call.
Yeah, you
That's
Oh,
nostalgic. Yeah.
Checking in.
Yeah, we switch it up sometimes. I go on call RA.
Oh.
RA call on.
I make
RA
my pitch
call
higher.
on.
I'm like,
Yeah.
cool.
You know, just to have fun.
Yeah.
But
The worst is-
I like rounds, but I don't appreciate the constant knocking because
Yeah.
my fingers are just like,
Oh, no. The worst was when you're the only one like in the shower at like 2 a.m. and somebody's like,
It's so embarrassing.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, I'm just having a
"No,
shower.
I just like literally I would come home from film productions and we would wrap super super late, so I would be like having my sad oatmeal in bed, and then I would be like, hey, I actually have to shower because that was the most longest day of my entire life. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go shower now. And then the RA was like, I just want to sleep. Sorry.
I remember my first year when I was taking a shower. One of the RAs on call were like, "Can you give me a yes or no if you are okay?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm sure, I'm okay."
What would possibly be happening?
Honestly, you never know.
Yeah.
From an RA's perspective, you never know. But as a resident, I'm like, just taking a shot.
I know. It's like you're
Imagine
always
just
like,
because I had like my music just blasting,
uh-huh.
and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I'm trying to drown out my tears, okay?
Pardon
That's all
me.
what I'm doing.
it's like residents usually don't understand what we do when we do rounds because we knock and we go in and we say, just checking in.
Yeah.
And they're like, why are you doing this? I'm like, to save your life. If
Yeah.
you fall down and can't get up, you
Yeah.
and you need
Yeah.
to scream,
Yeah.
you know, and be like,
You
help.
threw up in the hallway.
Exactly.
You need to
Like,
know.
Yeah.
we just announce ourselves so that people know that it's the RA, and if
Yeah.
they need help, they can call for us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's very fair. I do like what you guys do is super important. I think that a lot of residents, myself included, were like maybe not the most understanding.
Yeah.
It is hard. It goes back to that thing you were saying about like the boundaries and like you know your job is so important, but it can be hard to be the one in charge, the one who has to enforce the rules that sometimes aren't the most fun to listen to. Yeah. Like, we were talking before we rolled, like, I kept getting written up because I would, like, go to the bathroom without my mask on because I didn't want to waterboard myself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the mask time was hard for sure.
Yeah.
I don't imagine. I'm sure 2020 was really difficult. 2021 was weird because
Because it was better than 2020.
yeah, I bet.
2020, we were only allowed one other person in our room at a time, which we did not obey because we were sad
Obviously.
and we were in our first year of university and we'd never moved away from home. So that's why the RA on call was like, everybody hide in the fucking closet. Nobody move.
Oh yeah, people try to
doing
do
that.
that.
They
and
still
it-
try.
No, they try. It's like
Why?
we can hear every single person that walks into the closet. We can hear the closet door close. And we're like,
Why would people try and hide now?
Yeah,
oh,
why would
no,
you need to hide?
because you know sometimes there's noise
We're being
complaints.
too loud.
Or
Because
like,
we
yeah.
have a capacity like of how many people can be in the room.
Because
Um,
it's our limit is
but-
2 per roommate.
Mhm.
Just
so
because
Oh.
if you're being quiet and we don't know,
It's fine.
we
yeah,
don't know.
You're like,
you know?
I don't know,
I
guys.
don't
Just
know.
don't make
Doesn't
another
really
person
matter,
call
yes.
me,
Exactly,
okay?
exactly.
Be chill.
So then because of noise complaints, we have to go and like check.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So sometimes it gets hard because they don't open their door all the way. So it's just like they poke their head out and we're like,
I will put my arm inside. Don't you dare close this.
and sometimes they're just like, what's up? And then we're like, so the person who's talking, they talk, and then the other person who's like not talking, just like heck out. And sometimes they take like 5 minutes to open the door when the room's like not a mile long.
I remember that. Yeah.
So we're like, okay, so they're hiding.
Like, it's just you can just tell.
Yeah.
You know,
We're not dumb, okay? Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're
Yeah.
just like, come on.
okay, guys, don't make them come in there and look in your closet, okay? Just, you know what? I did it. I can't even say it. Like, I was the
happens.
problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we did most of our really egregious things outside of residence.
Another
because
plus point of being an RA is you get a single room.
Yes.
That is a very big
Sounds
plus.
so nice.
do they have bunk beds in the RA rooms?
Mhm.
Why?
See, I I got mine taken out because I could not sleep in that thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to like help Riza take everything out and put the bed in. Just
Visas are lovely.
yes,
what's the-
maintenance.
Maintenance.
These are
Oh,
Lovely
yeah, yeah,
maintenance
yeah.
guy.
chief engineer.
Right.
Yes. Who's also an artist.
He's-
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's
used
cool.
his career was a painter,
Oil painting.
yeah.
all painting. Yeah,
Yeah,
And,
that's awesome.
yeah, it's really nice. But
That's
I got my bed changed out because I could not sleep on
Hi.
the
I
bunk.
like my bunk
Okay,
bed.
I-
controversial. What's wrong with the bunk bed?
The
Just
bunk-
saying. Bunk
See?
beds are fun.
No.
You can sleep on the
8
top
feet tall,
bunk.
so I feel like when Harman stands up, he just
The
gets
thing
a
is,
concussion.
you
That's
gotta
true.
realize that the ceiling is this high.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
popcorn
For you.
ceiling.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
No,
in
no, no.
his defense, I do get why he took out the bunk beds. It's because when you have the normal bed with like the drawers, one, more storage.
Mhm, that's
absolutely.
true.
Two, the mattress that you get with that is thicker than the mattress that we have in bunk beds.
It's
It's probably like a little IKEA thin, like
yeah.
awful.
So I had to like get a mattress topper so that I could not be in a rock hard bed.
I
Still
remember those,
entirely
yeah.
worth it being an RA.
Still entirely
Yeah.
worth
Totally worth it.
Okay.
Single room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. The single room.
it. And two shelves.
I got so good at dressing in the dark just so I wouldn't
Me
wake
too.
my roommate up.
Yeah.
Our joke was that if I had one sock on inside out, we know that I had classes before she did. 'Cause I had like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like we've kept you guys here for a super long time. I have two other things that I want to talk about.
Go nuts.
I don't know about you. I want to talk about Peter.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
And I want to talk about what you guys are looking forward to after your degree, if you want to talk about that at all.
Yeah, totally.
What about you? Is there anything else you want to bring up?
I would love to talk about Peter.
Okay, let's talk about Peter.
That Peter can be a whole another episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
If Peter wants to come on, we'll have Peter.
Could you imagine?
So
Could have told us he would
Yeah.
have.
he probably would have sent us a voice message or something.
Oh, that
Okay,
would've
so
been
for
cute.
people who have never lived on residence,
Mhm.
who is Peter?
Peter is our lovely security guard.
The
He's
best man ever.
Yeah.
best man ever.
The
You
only
know,
man I can trust in my life.
when you walk into Grouse, that's the first face you see after 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
After
From
yeah.
after
course.
4:30
Sundays
Yeah.
to Sundays to Fridays. Yes.
Thursdays.
Yes.
Sundays to Thursdays.
There we go.
Sundays to Thursdays.
He doesn't come on Friday and Saturday.
Oh yeah, he does not. Like,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sundays to
And
Thursdays.
5
he's-
days a week. Good. We're good.
He's
Work-life
the
balance.
supervisor for security, so he manages the shifts for the securities that is there
Mhm.
on in the evening and on holidays.
Mhm.
And he is just a lovely person. He loves to chat. He loves the attention. If
He
you're
has-
walking into Grouse, he'll
Yeah.
scream your name. He won't let you go
You're like,
without
"Hello,
saying
No,
that.
hello."
no, you will be talking with Peter. I used to come home from like my 8-hour shift at the restaurant. Like I would walk in the door and I was like, okay, I don't really want to be social, but I can be social for Peter.
For Peter.
I can do it.
Yeah. No, I remember just sitting in the office talking to him for like 3 hours straight. Like
Yeah.
it would be 10. I would go down just to ask him like a teeny tiny thing,
Yeah.
and there'd be a 3-hour chat, and I'd be like, I love this.
Yeah, it's nice. He'll have his cookies at his desk or something.
Yeah.
And he'll
Yeah.
also sing the best song ever when
Yeah.
you get mail.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, the mail
The
song.
mail song.
I
uh-huh.
literally, I
Okay.
used to want to get mail so bad. I'd be like, fuck. I'd be so excited. I'd go down. He'd like do the big song. It was
Are
the
we gonna
best.
He
sing
still
the mail
does it.
song?
Really?
With the I feel like with
I
more
don't,
enthusiasm.
I don't think we can top Peter. I
Okay,
think
that's
that's an
true.
experience
You
for
just
us.
ha-
Yeah.
okay, we can't give away all the secrets here,
No.
but
Yeah.
the mail song is elite.
He
Um,
also the birthday song. It's
Yeah.
just Happy
Oh,
Birthday,
yeah.
but when he sings it, it feels so new.
Yeah.
It's
It's the-
fresh.
It's the best birthday song.
If you think you have nothing to talk about, Peter will make you feel like the most interesting human being in the
Uh-huh.
entire
Oh,
world.
Every time.
100%.
Totally.
Like he knows how to carry a conversation.
He does.
Yeah.
He will
really
carry.
does.
He will carry it
I-
on his shoulders like Atlas.
Oh,
just
Literally.
But don't take dating advice from him.
No.
Don't,
no.
please, no.
No.
Why are
no.
you ever asking Peter for dating?
Oh no, you don't ask.
You
You
don't
just
ask.
give.
no, you get it.
Gives it?
He,
Yeah.
You get given advice, and I'm like,
And it's like,
not that one,
See,
please.
Peter, I love you, but that will work in your generation.
Yeah.
Not in-
No, someone will call the police.
Yeah, sure. You are already married. You have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, he loves talking about his family too, like his son. Oh, it's so cute. He used to come in and play basketball when I worked at CapU RA. We would have like soccer tournaments
Yeah.
and basketball tournaments, and he would come down and just poke his head in and shoot a couple hoops with us.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
And
a
his
lovely,
dog
lovely man.
Schnitzel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
even the mail he's like, when you get mail, he
The
sends you the
subject
mail.
of the mail.
It's
Yeah.
like, Yahoo! It's your mail day.
You've got
Yes.
mail.
Wednesday
Wait,
mail.
he writes those? I thought
Yeah.
those were automated. Oh, that's
No, he
writes
adorable.
those.
He
That's
writes them, yeah,
adorable.
personally.
Oh, I love
It makes you
that.
feel so special, you know?
Yeah.
It just really
He
makes you
has a
feel
way of
loved.
making you feel special.
Yeah.
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 Security could be scary, but it's actually the best part of residence, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Because they're sitting there, they're bored. They
Yeah.
want to chat as well.
It's been a long
Yeah.
day for them
Uh-huh,
too.
uh-huh.
Like, just at the desk, like, someone want to come in now?
Wanna have a chat?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. I don't want to stop talking about Peter, but I do want to know what you guys are planning on doing after your degree. I know you're both in communications, so if you're anything like me, you actually don't know yet. But I would love to know if you do, so I can steal your ideas.
Should we say it on 3?
No, you go first.
Boring.
Lame.
I PR
Mm-hmm.
events.
Okay.
Right now it's events,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see.
Social media management, which you are doing some with your job on residence and your job with ILMP
The
sometimes,
CIE.
or the CIE.
Yes.
Sorry.
What's the CIE for anyone who's not aware?
It is the Center for International Experience.
I've never heard of the CIE. That's a new acronym for me.
Yes.
There's so many here.
It's Wong and Trainers Center for International Experience, but we
Yes.
can't put WTCIE, so we're just like CIE.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
What about you, Harman?
Well, I want to be an event planner. I have
There you
it set in stone. That's what I'm gonna do after
Nice.
graduation. So being an RA is really helpful in
Yeah.
that because that's my passion and I get to do that
sure.
as much as I want to.
What's the event that you've had with the highest attendance?
I would say the highest attendance I ever got was like at a gaming night that I did, like my first year.
Oh,
It was
nice.
like the first event that anybody threw.
Yeah.
And it was just like video games,
Yeah.
chatting, and then I had snacks for
There you
everybody.
go. There's
There's
free
just
food. People will show
Free
up.
food, people
Yeah.
show up, and it's like I had like 55 people show up.
It sounds really fun.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Not that I doubt your
Yeah.
event planning skills, but it was also the first of the semester. So
Yeah,
like the
and
beginning
it's
of the
like-
Yeah,
semester,
people
everyone's
goes
like,
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I remember for sure.
Like I've thrown a lot of parties. Like I think I've thrown the most amount of parties on
Yeah.
residence at this point.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, and it's like it's pretty easy to get the audience you want
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
you know how to market it and how to plan it.
Nice.
Because you can't just be like, oh, we have a dance party. You gotta be like Taylor Swift themed dance
Yes.
I
party.
knew you were going to say that. I was thinking that. I was like, that should be my next event.
Oh,
Exactly.
that would be so fun. You can do it for whenever the Reputation album gets announced.
Oh my god, you can watch the movie. Sorry. That's such
They're
a good
playing-
idea.
They're playing it at the Rio next week, I think.
Some ideas.
Yeah.
No, sometime. Okay, look at the Rio website. I don't know,
Okay.
but like it might be pretty expensive. So, but
It's fine,
I mean,
got
you
paid
could
last
you could always,
yesterday.
dude, you could always play the Reputation thing on Disney Plus.
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking,
yeah.
right?
The
Put it up on a
Reputation
big
movie?
screen, big dance
That
party.
one's better anyway. I've seen them both. I
play
like the
the-
Reputation one better.
The Reputation Stadium tour on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
I just watched that the other day, to be honest.
Me too.
Oh my god, you and me.
How this has turned into a
I'm
Taylor
so
Swift session.
Sorry.
So sorry, Eli.
No.
I keep clapping my hands, and Eli's going to have my head. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there anything else that you're curious about?
I think that is about it. If you guys maybe just want to say like the best thing about residence, the best thing about working at residence.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter.
Well, okay, I'll say something else. Peter is the best thing though. It's just a great experience, and you get to make friends, you get to meet
Yeah.
people. It's like the best place to make connections.
Mm-hmm.
Being an RA is the best way to learn how to build a community and how to handle responsibilities
Leadership
because
skills.
leadership
I
skills.
love how much you love your job.
I-
Like,
It's really
I'd
cool.
say this is the one reason why I really like being an RA. I was doing a check-in with one of my residents, and I was like, so how can I support you better? And she's like, oh no, you're doing amazing. You feel like a older sister to me. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's really
thank you
sweet.
so much. I will change nothing.
Yeah. So it's rewarding in a lot of aspects as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm so happy that you guys like are having a good time and like that there are people there that actually really care, because I feel like since everybody's so young, there's it would be really easy for it to kind of be not such a positive environment, but it sounds like things are going really well over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Try.
I'm glad.
We try our best.
We do what we can with what we have. With the decrepit buildings that they keep saying they're going to replace, but they don't. That's another episode.
No.
That
Yeah,
actually is another episode.
Wow, so many new ideas.
I have so many ideas. How about we get rid of the good mold?
Oh yeah.
The good mold in the showers that gave me respiratory issues. I can say it because I don't work there. Anyway,
We just start sweating.
I'm having, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen it.
Yeah, no. Clean the showers.
All right. I think that's a perfect note to end on. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
inviting us.
much.
Thank you. Woohoo.
You good?
Are you talking or am I talking first?
You're bringing us back.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
You're like, and
here
run.
we are.
It's pitch black outside. We got this. Let's go.
I'm ready to talk. Thank you so much to our guests. They were so much fun to talk to. Honestly, I had a great time. They brought back some really good memories. It was great.
You had never met them before, had you?
I'd never met them, and it was really fun to get to talk about things that I had had, and I thought, like, oh, these are some great universal experiences, and then to have them recollected by people who are technically my authority figures, like,
Yeah.
that's really interesting. Yeah.
I know. I was like, I feel like I'm small again.
I
I defer.
Especially when they were talking about the RA check-ins, it made me realize just how much, like, I kind of miss being, like, a resident. It's so fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It
It's
was not
fun.
fun, but fun.
It's fun to have no responsibility. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. I know. This month I'm like dealing with, like, I have to bring a plumber because like my sink is clogged.
Yeah.
I'm like, my like what's this called, thing doesn't work right now, and
Your
I'm doing
Sure.
I
Yep,
just,
the fire thing.
I just like took it away a little while ago, and I'm like, I should really deal with it.
Avery.
Well, because now I'm an adult, right? And I'm
You're like, if I burn alive, I'm my only responsibility.
I know.
It's fine.
living on my own with a roommate, as are you.
yeah.
It's exciting.
We got it.
Yeah, it makes you nostalgic for the days of being a resident.
Yeah, I remember in residence when I would eat vegetables every day. Those days are long gone.
Yeah.
Long gone. I need to buy broccoli. Anyway, no more clapping, Gwen. Come on, you got this.
So now
So I need to buy broccoli, and it is now time for us to give our monthly shout outs to our writers and our illustrators. So this month we would like to give a shout out to our to Anais Bale. She has been contributing to the Courier for 4 years now. She's a fourth year idea student. She's fantastic. Last year she did our staff portraits. This year we switched over to photographs, which are lovely. But
Yeah,
I
there's
do
way too
feel
many of us.
yeah, there are a lot of us now. I feel extra special because I got to have Anais draw my portrait, which is so lovely. Yes, she illustrated our piece this month on Bill C-18. Forgive me, we don't have them printed out because we're recording this very far in advance this time. So
Yeah.
you get to see a little bit behind the scenes, which I feel like I say every time just to make it okay that I
Oh,
messed
that's
up. But
nice.
we're gonna continue.
Well, because this time it's so that we can go have Christmas. So,
yeah, we're
thanks,
gonna
guys.
go. We're gonna go enjoy our holiday. And for our writer,
Oh, yeah. So we would also then like to highlight Ayla Maxwell, who wrote this really great piece on holiday traditions. They got to look at all different traditions and interviewed a bunch of students and really got to see different perspectives in the way that not only in different religious traditions, but also just in different households, how people operate in, how do you say this? Operate in different ways to make
Yeah.
Christmas kind of come alive for them and for their own holidays. It
Yeah.
was really cute. It was nice to hear like the way that different households decorate and the
Yeah.
food traditions and
the
all that
different
stuff.
foods.
Yeah, food is such a fun
I
thing
was
for
like,
Christmas.
oh, I'm so excited for winter solstice when I go home and my mom and I go light fireworks on the beach.
See, like, I would never think that is Christmas. Yeah.
It's winter solstice. I'm from Manitoba.
right,
Winter
right.
solstice is a big deal there. But yeah, Ayla is is a very new contributor to the Courier, and we're very happy to have her.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, since we're filming this so far in advance, we don't really have any questions from our audience members, but that's okay because I have something that I really want to talk about.
I really want to hear you
Which
talk
is
about this 'cause
the-
it's gross.
Which is the do's and don'ts of public transit. And I would like to say to the person who is next to me on the bus on the way here
It was not me, I promise. Okay.
that one of the don'ts is please don't eat egg salad sandwich as next to someone on the bus because not only did it sound disgusting, it smelled disgusting, and I really don't appreciate the crumbs that were falling in your lap and trying to make their way onto my seat while I was just trying to mind my own business. So I would love to hear what you think are some other things that you're not allowed to eat on transit.
I would say, first of all, thank God it's in a sandwich. There's something about that is so much more appealing.
It started
Like-
in the sandwich. It wasn't by the end
It's
they
just
were done.
Gwen is like,
I'm
pissed.
traumatized. I was really upset.
Well, I think, okay, imagine like a Tupperware of egg salad and you're like, spoon. I feel like to me that is so much worse. The element of the spoon, there's something I find very unappealing with that. But I also, at the same time, I have seen people like, you know, when you come home from dinner and you've got like Boston Pizza specifically has like
Yeah.
those really nice boxes.
Yeah.
I've seen people just crack them open while you're on the bus on the R2, put their feet up and just like don't do that. Don't do that.
Guilty.
Sorry.
I know I shouldn't. But sometimes I'm on my way to campus and I just want a breakfast sandwich from McDonald's, and it is the only time that I can eat it and not be late. So
That is true.
I recognize that it's like the smell is wafting. Egg salad is worse than McDonald's fries. I will go on the record, but I
Every time.
apologize. I shouldn't. Okay, I'm trying to think of things that you should do.
Yeah.
How about if someone's trying to get off the bus, you should wait until the bus stops to try and go past people.
Okay, also it is so awkward. Like, not to be, people are being nice and I'm being rude right now, but this lady today on the bus was being so sweet, and I was just like, ma'am, I had this really heavy backpack and I was like carrying all this stuff, and I was on my way to UBC and I was meeting Zephyr, and I had his backpack and my backpack and my camera bag, and I was like, okay, and I'm like lugging through, and this lady, we're like nowhere near the stop, and I know I'm gonna stop because I do the thing, and this lady like moves from me and is like, are you gonna move? I was like, ma'am, I literally can't. And so
Yeah.
I'm like hauling like my 3 bodies with me, and I'm like walking, I'm like
Yeah.
shoveling through people.
They started out as backpacks, but now we know the truth.
Just like, it's okay. I know I'm gonna get off the bus. Just like chill, you know.
Just wait
take a
until
seat.
we're stopped.
Move when we, because I can't move.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to that lady.
No, just wait until the bus stops. Nobody wants to be nobody wants to be trying to get up and not fall down.
Thank you.
Also, don't hold just the handle, because you just
I love holding just the handle. To be honest, I feel like I'm surfing.
It just rubbernecking it through while the 245's going around the corner on Fibs, like,
It's literally so fun. Sometimes I do it just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And, like, a bus will be empty, but I'll be standing, and I
Yeah.
love to, like, I stand really wide apart, and I like.
If you're by yourself, I support it. Have you ever been violently humbled when you start to fall into someone's
Oh my
lap on the
God.
turnaround? Because that happened to
I've
me
done that
yesterday, and I
so
wanted
many
to
times.
disappear.
Isn't it so embarrassing? Especially on the 245, you're coming to school and it's so packed.
It's so full.
There's people everywhere. I'm like hanging on by a thread. I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
holding onto. It's like somebody's hoodie, and I'm like,
Yeah, somebody's sitting. They're like,
I'm just like hanging on by the source of gravity.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we hit the turn to go into like the big hill
Yeah.
up to school, I fall like straight into people every time.
yeah.
It's
so
so embarrassing.
humbling. It's so humbling.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I'm trying to think, who do I appreciate when I see them on the bus? What's
Yeah.
an activity that I appreciate when people thank the driver.
I love when
Say
people
thank you,
that.
guys.
Yeah.
I know that, like, God, I sound 80. I called Harman old now, and now I feel old.
I know.
But like, just say thank you. People do a lot at Cap. It's more like old people that are like, move.
Yeah, or definitely like I find when I'm in the city, nobody says thank you, which
Yeah.
is it's so funny. When I'm at school, my personality is so different than when I'm in the city. When
Really?
I'm in the city and when I'm on public transit, I am so mean. I'm like, I have my jacket on, and I'm just like, nobody talk to me. I like move through. I'm like worming through people. I never say thank you. I never do anything. It's terrible. City life, you know. City
Wow.
people, crazy.
Urban life has changed you.
Urban life has changed me. And then as soon as I go to Capilano and I look at the trees, I'm like, oh my god, life is so easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
the sunset on the way here was gorgeous today. It was
know.
so beautiful.
Yeah, it's the best.
If
I
I-
feel like especially this side on the North Shore, like
Yeah,
oh,
there's the one side on the bus. Do sit on the side facing the sunset on the ironworkers, because the other way
And
is
then-
gray,
yeah.
and the way towards the sunset is so many gorgeous colors.
Yeah.
That's the only good thing about daylight savings.
I feel like taking the bus through Ironworkers is a really depressing experience already. So if you can get a little sunset, please take it. Please.
Yeah, take the sunset, try and enjoy it, even if there's traffic. Actually, the last time I saw Divya, we spent 45 minutes on the 245 trying to get from Capilano to Phibbs Exchange. And I don't know why, but it was one of the buses with heating, and we weren't allowed to open the windows, and the bus driver wouldn't let us get off, and we were literally just sitting there sweating for 45 minutes.
That's so long.
So if that does happen, just hope that you're with a friend like I was, or like that you know someone so you can just commiserate with each other and be like, when will this end?
Yeah.
Because it feels like it will be never.
Totally.
But yeah, buses aren't always the most comfortable places, so just try and make it as, I won't say entertaining because people don't want to talk to you,
Yeah.
but try and make it as comfortable as you can for those around you. And don't eat
Totally.
egg salad sandwiches.
Please and thank you. Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Cool.
I recognize it was dinner time. I'm sure you had a hard day, sir. But
Just take it off the bus. Like, not right now.
yeah,
That is all.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been told I get someone listened to the podcast and told me I sound really mean when I'm answering the questions. They're like
Well, you're like Don't ask me about the sandwiches.
Everybody tells me I'm so like don't talk to me about sandwiches at all. If you talk to me about a hot dog, if you talk to me about a sandwich, I'm ruthless.
Yeah, this is a trend now, apparently.
Yeah,
Also, do you
yes.
remember when I told you that Divya was the one trolling us about the hot dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
That makes sense. Maybe you are mean. I don't know.
Sorry.
It's
I
okay.
have so many sides to
I
me.
came on here with beef to air out, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We are having a really great time, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We hope that you come back next month. We're going to be testing out some of the drinks that you'll also be seeing in this December issue.
We are. That's
We're
so
so
true.
excited to try them.
Yeah. But yeah, just have a really nice winter break. Do
Yeah.
lots of lovely winter things. Yeah.
Try out some new holiday traditions, maybe.
Definitely.
Grab some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
We'll see you in the new year.
We hope you enjoyed your Christmas.
Yeah.
We
So we've
hope.
been informed that this will be coming out December 30th. So we hope that you enjoyed your holiday.
Awkward.
We're so sorry that you have to come back to campus, but we are excited to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the new year.
Set
and-
some good New Year's resolutions. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all try to be more eco-friendly in the future. Whoop whoop. That could.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yay.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, let's do that. Talking of transit, I guess one of the do's of transit is cut down on your emissions, everybody.
Hey man, it's also very cheap, so
It's
that's
very
something
cheap.
good. Yeah.
It's included in your fees. It's fine.
Yeah, but altogether, just we hope you had a great winter, and now you're coming back to school, and like January's literally the worst, so enjoy your January.
We'll be
Have
here
lots of
for
fun.
you. We'll be here for you.
Mm-hmm.
And Happy New Year, everybody. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.